Hi, good afternoon guys and gals and anybody else that might be watching this channel. Just a wee update on last night's video regarding the diesel heater and the new pump. We've been running it today with the new pump in it, and there's some interesting observations we have found with the diesel heater today. I think I explained to you in the past when I had the initial diesel heater pump in it, I found that the CO level on low was high. Well, when I say high, around about 70 odd parts per million. But on the full power it was down to about between 11 and 15. So with the new pump, oh, and incidentally with the old pump, if I went on to Alpine mode, the CO levels increased. Now I used to do pressure washer, steam cleaner repairs with the diesel boilers in them, and to be fair, they would suit up if the mixture was too rich, and they would suit up if the mixture was too lean. Not only, a lot of people think that it will only happen when it is rich, but it will happen if it's lean. The reason being for that is it's incomplete combustion you're getting with a lean mixture as well. There's some fuel left over, and this tends to collect in the actual walls of the heat exchanger, this fuel, and burn up that way, and leave the residue of soot. So you can get soot with both ways. So the idea is to aim for a low CO level if you can. So I started it up this morning at, this is now 20 past 12, I think I started it up this morning round about 10 o'clock. So the temperature in here is 23.5 degrees and it's on low. But I discovered that on, what do you call it, Alpine mode, it's very low. On level 6, level 5, level 4, level 3, it's never any higher than a CO level of 15 parts per million. When you go to 2, it came up, and when it went to 1, it came up even more. And the temperature of the heat exchanger was about 128 degrees centigrade. I thought, that's okay. That's roughly what it was like before with the other pump on normal mode. So I thought, I'll put it on to off the what do you call it, Alpine mode, just onto normal mode, and let it stabilise for a while. The core temperature, or the heat exchanger temperature, came up to 162 degrees C. I thought, oh, that's a bit high, it's bound to be far too rich. So I thought, I'll go and check it. Now that's what I'll do now. I'll switch this thing on, I'll let it stabilise, and we'll see what it's sitting at now. Now, the vast majority of the time, the heater will run, for me, on low. Once it's reached the temperature that the thermostat, or whatever you want to call it, setting is at, it gradually tails off down and will sit and run on low all day. Even if it's really cold outside, it will still sit on that. So that's where it's going to be living most of the time, is on low. Okay, this is now stabilised, so let's go and have a look and see what we got outside. I'm mucking about with exhaust again here last night actually when I finished, so let's see what it says. Between 11 and 13. 10. Absolutely bang on. You couldn't want anything better than that for a CO level on low. I think that's excellent. So for me, the idea is, when I have it on through the heating up, warming up process, we have it set to Alpine mode. Once the temperature starts to get warm and the output from the unit starts to drop through the thermostatic control, once it gets to 2 or 1, we just switch it back to normal mode. Now, as I say, 162 degrees is pretty decent on low from the heat exchanger. and the CO levels are great. So that's how I'm going to use it. So this pump is not the point, is it 0.0? It's a 28, well, it says on the box 28 mil. It's no 28 mil. It's it's either 0.28 or 0.028. Can't remember offhand. Pump rather than the 22, the 0.22 or 0.022 pump. So it's slightly higher dosage than the other one, roughly 27% more dosage than the initial original type. It's quieter, of course, and I'll be quite honest with you, it doesn't make a huge difference to fuel consumption, especially if you're running it on the warming up process on Alpine mode, right? Now that works obviously okay on the kind of lower sea level. You're not that much above sea level, you're fine. But once you go that wee bit higher, yes, this is not going to work. It's not going to work at all. You have to stick with your original 0.022 mil plug pump. Sorry, you have to stick with that. You can't do this. But if you're down at sea level, or like me, about 110 meters above sea level, it's fine, no problem at all. So I have a funny feeling this is the way this is going to stay. I wasn't sure about doing the modification to start with, but I did. I've done it. I'm happy with how it's worked out. So I am quite pleased with what I've done. So there you go. I thought I'd just give you this wee update on it. As I say, 160 degrees coming out of there. It goes between 160 and 162. And you'll notice I've got a pickup pipe for my intake that is relatively close to the exhaust. Now it's still, that feels cold. You know, that feels cool. It maybe increases the heat exchanger temperature by maybe 4 or 5 degrees centigrade, but still well within the capabilities of the electronics getting slightly warm. Anyway, so not an issue there. So working fine. Quite happy with that. So it's 23.5 inside and it's about 5 degrees centigrade outside. So it's not that warm outside. So there you go, just thought I'd let you see that update on it. And somebody did say about this is a wee joke that we're doing, radio amateur I am, and we did have a laugh about the certificate of competence from the Ayrshire Diesel Heater Group, and there we go. So some of the guys have got their own names on it, of course, and that's it. But there you go, it's just a wee laughy thing. It improves the fun of life. But there we go. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care, guys. All the very best.